like a princess because I carried the concrete up the stairs.
Proper fluffy snow.
We'd been on a road trip. We hadn't long been together, and we came to Scotland in January for 3 weeks and just fell in love with it, and then got back to Dubai and missed it. Then saw an article on the castle and just felt urged to call the estate agent and ask about it, and it kind of just snowballed from there.
You said, hey, wouldn't it be cool to buy something like this one day? And I was like, oh my God, you can buy a castle. Let's buy this one. And we didn't even look at any other properties. We just, like, that's it, that's perfect.
When we first walked through the door, it was like the pictures were melting down the walls. No one had opened the front door for maybe 10 years. And it was black behind all of the pictures, just mould. Like just old and damp and smelly. It totally put me off, and I kind of discounted it. But I'd come 2 days before Simon, and then when he came, he walked around, just went, we can totally do this, it's fine. It just needs to dry out. The renovation was 7 months of pure hard work. For the first 2 months, it was just Simon and I doing all of the building work together. Demolition, basically, like taking off storage heaters from the walls, knocking walls down. We didn't have a skip because we were trying to save money, taking everything to the tip ourselves.
During the renovations, we were living outside in our camper van. We were on the build and we were the unskilled labour. So if the builders needed buckets of concrete upstairs, that was us. Off we go, buckets of concrete.
These floorboards, I've moved them into maybe 3 different rooms by myself. Also, all of the wood that is up on the top floor, we had to lift through windows and things, like so much work.
Who's got the rougher part of the job, do you think? Person passing it up or the person taking it?
Planning permission took a while because the castle is heritage listed as a grade 2 listing. So everything takes a little bit of time when you're doing that. And we wanted to work with the planning department on that because it's as much about conservation as it is about having a really enjoyable place to live. It went over budget and it went over time, but it was sort of for things that we were pushing for. We have 2 copper baths.
Yeah.
We could have had 1 maybe.
Yeah. All 3.
Yeah. I guess it rents exclusively maybe once a month, and we take like 4 or 5 days off, and that's cool. That's cool with us. We get to have a bit of a break, and then the rest of the time it's run as a B&B.
Kitchen is one of my favourite places because it's really social. We planned it so that the kitchen island's in the middle and everyone is around the island if they're doing anything in the kitchen. No one kind of has their back to everybody. And yeah, people just tend to congregate in there, don't they?
Yeah.
It's a fun place to be.
My favourite place in the castle to hang out is in the Grand Hall. I love being in here with the fire on, record player going, drinking some whiskey, just hang out with like friends. It's just a really fun and cosy place to be.
It's not too big. It's not like a big castle that you're rattling around in. It feels like a home, like it's got good proportions. And it's always warm in here now. And I like seeing all of the stonework, and I like standing at the window looking out thinking someone did this 450 years ago. And yeah, that kind of blows my mind, so it never gets old.
One of the challenges living in a castle is hitting your head because all of the doorways are so low.
The fact that the stairs are all different sizes is because if the enemy was chasing you up the stairs, they don't know the size of the stairs, but you know. So I love that everything has a story with it.
We've been coming here on and off for like 5 years, so we get to know more locals each time we come. I think they're really happy that something's happened to it and it's been, brought back to life, and it's got another story and it's continuing.
It's not like you're moving into a village where everyone has grown up here and lived here their whole life. There's people from all over the place.
And there's a huge amount of creative people here that are like artists that choose to live here, then work online, people in the sort of creative industry?
I would say to people who are dreaming about doing something like this, just to do it. I wish we'd done it sooner, and I think it becomes easier just as you take the first step. If you've got a dream to do it, you only get one chance at life. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Doesn't work, go back to work. Yeah, do it.